about a young person who was raised up in the obedience and worship of Allah, obeying Allah. And we talked about a couple of hadith about the Day of Judgment, right? In brief, Muhammad Amin, please, can you tell me some of them, please? What did we talk about today?
We talked about on the day of judgment, some people will be soaked in their sweat according to their bad deeds, and some people will be have sweat till their ankles, some to their knees, some to their belly button, and some to their mouth and nose. And we also talked about, yeah, the sun will be like really close to people's head. It will be as much as a meal.
So the
And
word meal has two meanings, right?
yeah, one is like a mile, and the other one is like a very small stick that women use to put under their eyes as like makeup. And then the other one was
Okay, I'll keep the other one for Ali. But let me ask you, can you describe the land of the Day of Judgment? The
the
land,
land.
the land, and how Allah will gather people on the Day of Judgment. How people will be gathered on the Day of Judgment.
It's gonna be a pure white land, and
Does it have trees, shelters, buildings, or not?
no,
Like blank
nothing.
land, right? Blank land, right?
Yes, it's just white, all white, and not a single sin has been committed in that area.
Yeah, that's right.
And
And how people will look like.
people will be naked, but people people aren't gonna care about if they're naked or not because they're gonna be so scared that they.
That's right, naked and barefooted, right? Thank you so much, Muhammad Amin. Give me a fine. Proud of you. Okay, Ali. And we talked about a couple of hadith, Ali, too, about the Day of Judgment. Can you tell us some of them, please?
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "There's 7 kinds of people who will stay under the shade of the throne of Allah on the Day of Judgment when there's no shade, but Allah will shade them." And he mentioned a young person who was raised with obedience and worship of Allah, like a young person who prays and fasts, and in his free time he reads the Quran and worships.
Yeah,
And
that's right. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam also talked about one day he was sitting with his friends, and then they heard a loud sound, and he asked them, "Do you know what that sound is?" And they said, "No, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messengers know the best." And then Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that it was a stone that was thrown into the hellfire, and it's been falling for 70 years, and it just reached the bottom and it made that sound.
Yeah, that's right. If your friend is a sinful person, he doesn't care about his deen, he doesn't care about Allah, he's always careless about his prayers and all that stuff. Okay, give him an advice. If you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will select some young persons to stay under the shade of him on the day of judgment, how can you advise your friend?
You can tell him that he's going to regret all his actions on the day of judgment. Like he'll be suffering a lot. Tell him that in the hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that people will be sweating with all the way to their ankles, and some people will be sweating to their knees and their belly button, and some other people who sinned a lot will be covered in sweat everywhere.
That's right. To find a shelter from the sun that's closer to his head. What is the only way to find a shelter on the day of judgment?
Is to be shaded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's throne.
That's right. And what should he do to be shaded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
Be be a good person, and if you ever committed sins, seek for forgiveness.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ali. Give me a 5. From now on, I'm gonna call you Teacher Ali and Teacher Muhammad, or Sheikh Ali and Sheikh Muhammad. Thank you, guys.